I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love. I need your love. You make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free. I need your love. I need your love. I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love.
למרות שהיא עדיין לא שלי, אני יודע שחום באהבה אני אמצא רק אצלה. לא 1 מיליון ולא נעליים, הלוואי היה לי בוסם עם ריח כמו שלה. נמאס לי לפחד מהפחד, כי גם גרביים לא תואמות, בסוף יהיו ביחד. אני אתן לה זמן לחלוף, ובשבילה אני אלך עד הסוף.
למרחקים אני ארוץ אחריה, למרחקים שאהבתך כבר עליה, או בשבילה גם עד המדבר. אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. או בשבילה גם עד המדבר. אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר.
נמאס לי להתגעגע, רוצה להיות קרוב אליה, כי מי אני כבר בלעדיה. נמאס לי להתגעגע, רוצה להיות קרוב אליה, כי מי אני כבר בלעדיה. הראש כבר לא מתפקד, הלב החסיר עוד פעימה, מרגיש קסום מכמה שהיא מקסימה. יצירת מופת של אלוהים עוצרת נשימה, דואגת לכולם ורק אחרי זה לעצמה. זה לא אמיתי שהיא אמיתית, יש לה לב זהב אז כסף לא משחק את התפקיד. אז בשבילה אלך רחוק כדי להיות הכי קרוב, ואדע שיהיה לה רק טוב.
למרחקים אני ארוץ אחריה, למרחקים שאהבתך כבר עליה, או בשבילה גם עד המדבר. אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. או בשבילה גם עד המדבר. אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר.
נמאס לי להתגעגע, רוצה להיות קרוב אליה, כי מי אני כבר בלעדיה. נמאס לי להתגעגע, רוצה להיות קרוב אליה, כי מי אני כבר בלעדיה.
בשבילה גם עד המדבר. אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. או בשבילה גם עד המדבר, אני אף פעם לא נשבר, כי בלעדיה אני שום דבר. אני שום דבר, אני שום דבר, אני שום דבר, אני שום דבר.
הרי לי בא לך בשמחה גדולה להודות לך על שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. תזכנו להקים בית נאמן בקדושה וטהרה לעבודתך, ותיתן אהבה ואחווה ושלום ורעות בינינו. תזכנו ואת הכלה הוא יברך את החתן ואת הכלה. בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם ברינה ובצר עולם, תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי בשלום, בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם ברינה ובצר עולם, תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי בשלום, בואי תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי תוך אמוני עם סגולה.
Yasher Koach to Hillel Mervis Eitan's brother and Ben Yishai Hotter for their beautiful singing. Our dear Chatan and Kala, Eitan and Ariela. Baruch Hashem, what an incredible, magical, wonderful, phenomenal moment this is. And for us, your dear parents, Richard and Sharon, for Imma and me, it's a dream come true. Here in a land of dreams, the land of Et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kecholmim, when so many dreams have become materialized for our people, to see the two of you so happy right now, under the chuppah, is an answer for all of our dreams for you. Ariela, you're so blessed to have 4 wonderful grandparents, Elaine and Martin, who've come from Leeds in the UK and who are with us right now, climbing so much nachas, and Abigail and Neville, and hopefully the electronic systems are working and they are watching while we speak. They too are climbing nachas in Leeds right now. And Eitan, it's so wonderful that you are joined this evening by Saba Lionel and Drazel, who've come specially from Cape Town, South Africa. And also Savta Edna, who lives here in Israel. And we avail of this opportunity to send our very best wishes to Pia in Cape Town. Eitan, Savta Freda Zichrona Livracha, never knew you. She just would have loved you and Ariela so much. And she's certainly with us in spirit right now. And so too is Saba Stan, Zichrona Livracha. As a doctor, he took so much pride in you, Eitan, knowing that a grandchild of his has chosen medicine for a career. And he too is with us in spirit. And Eitan, your dear sister, Liora Zichrona Livracha, she's so sorely missed by us. We miss her deeply every single day, and today more than any other. But you know, she believed very strongly in the power of simcha. And that's why her neshama is gracing this chuppah right now. You know, it's just so amazing how the two of you are so alike. Inve hagefen, ve'inve hagefen. Both of you are in your own individual characters have the rare fusion of seriousness and wackiness. Both of you are so serious when it comes to your Yirat Shamayim, your studies, your careers, your learning, your devotion to Torah and mitzvot. And at the same time, both of you have such a keen, lovely sense of fun. And as a result, when the two of you are in a room with anybody, you just brighten up that room and give us all so much happiness and joy. In your own individual rights until now, you have achieved so many extraordinary things. And as from now, as a married couple together, you're just going to be a formidable team. Right now, we are reaching the conclusion of Sefer Bereshit. Some of our Mefarshim call Sefer Bereshit Sefer HaChalomot, the book of our dreams. And the two of you right now are concluding your lives within the Bereshit of your lives. And two, while one is in the first stage of life, one is filled with Chalomot, with dreams for what the future will hold. Now, interestingly, in Sefer Bereshit, we come across two types of dreams. There are the dreams that people dream about themselves, and then there are the interpretations that are given for the dreams of others. Take Yosef HaTzadik as an example. He dreamt about himself, about his grandeur, about his power, his might, his authority, about others paying homage to him. And then later on, Yosef assisted others to understand their dreams. By interpreting their dreams, he was able to allow them to understand their lives and to reach the dreams that they had for their future. Now notice, in Sefer Bereshit, when Yosef was dreaming about himself, he was on the way down to Mitzrayim, down to the dungeon, down to the lowest ebb of his experience. And once he started to interpret the dreams of others, he was on the way up out of that dungeon, up into the court of Paro, up to the highest rank in the land. With regard to the two of you, you have natural humility. The only dreams that you have are the interpretations, the help that you give to others to achieve their dreams. Both of you live for the sake of others. Ariela, that's what you've shown, for example. For so long you have wanted to help people have the gift of sight, of vision. And so you've chosen optometry as a vocation. And you're so meticulous and so patient when it comes to your patients, to help them to have the right prescription, to enable them to have quality of life through vision. And Eitan, the same applies to you. As a highly regarded doctor on the wards of oncology of University College Hospital in London, you're there to give people the gift of life, the quality of life. Nothing gives the two of you greater satisfaction than knowing that you're there to help other people achieve their dreams. With regard to the venue of our chuppah this evening, when people have asked us, where's it going to be at? We've said the avenue, and in nearly all instances, the question that has followed has been, and where is it? And our answer has been, it's close to the airport. So Eitan and Ariela, you're getting married at a place where people have a launch for the journeys that they undertake. It's a place for takeoffs. It's a place where people look to the skies. And that's the dream that we, your parents, Richard, Sharon, Valerie, and I, have for you. That through having the dreams of helping other people achieve their dreams, may HaKadosh Baruch Hu bless you to have a wonderful, happy, blissful, married life together. At the beginning of your marital journey of life, our dream for you is that you will only have happiness and good health and joy, that you will have lives filled with Yirat Shamayim, with lots of chesed, with Ahavat HaBriot, to be outstanding ambassadors of Klal Yisrael always. May you only go Mala, Mala, higher and higher. The sky is the limit. For what Imritzei Hashem, you will achieve. May Hashem be with you always. V'cheni ratzon v'nomar. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzifanu ala harayot v'yasar lanu et harusot v'hitir lanu et hanusot lanu al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin.
Ro'i v'shalom atet bala gam besimcha.
הרי את מקודשת לי בטבעת זו כדת משה וישראל.
ברביעי בשבת 9 ימים לחודש טבת, שנת 5778 לבריאת עולם, למניין שאנו מניין כאן ליד כפר טרומן. אנא סהדך החתן איתן ברוך בן הרב אפרים יצחק למשפחת מבס, אמר להדה בתול תמרת אריאלה שינה בת ראובן ישראל, הכהן לבית קר, הבללינתו כדת משה וישראל, ואנא במינה בסייעתא דשמיא, אפלח ואוקיר ואיזון ופרנס ידי כהלכות גוברין, יהודאין דבורחים מוקים וזנים ופרנסין יד נשכון בקושתה, ויבין עליכי כסף וזוזי מתן דחי, דחזה לכי מזונייכי בכסותייכי וסיפוקייכי, ומאהל לבידכי גורח כל ערעה, וסביית מרת אריאלה שינה בת ראובן, ישראל הכהן בתול תדה, והבלינתו, וקיבל עליו החתן הנדוניה, דהנעלת לה עם התוספת דהוסיף לה, מדלקינהוג, סך הכל כתועתה הנדוניה והתוספת עולים לסך 200 זוז, ועוד 200,000 שקלים חדשים. כך אמר איתן ברוך בן הרב אפרים יצחק קטן דנן, אחריות שטר כתועתה, ונדוניה דין ותוספת דן כברית עלי, ועל ירתאי בת רי להתברר מכל שבר הרע, נכנסים בקנייניים. דיד לי תחזור כל שמאי דקנה ותעתיד ענה למקנה, נכסין דיד להון אחריות ולהון אחריות, כולהון יהון אחרין ורעבין לפרו מנהון, שטר כתעודה נדוניה, דין ותוספת דה ואפילו מנגלימה דעל כתפי, בחיי ובתר חיי, מן יומן דנן עוללם, ואחריות וחומר שטר כתעודה ונדוניה דין ותוספת דה, קבל עלן איתן ברוך בן הרב אפרים יצחק חתן דנן, כחומר כל שטרי כתובות ותוספתות דנהגים במדינת ישראל, העושים כתנגנן חז"ל, דלקי אסמכתא, דלקי תוספת דשטריה, בפיסול עדים ובתילום מודעות, וקניינה מן איתן ברוך בן הרב אפרים יצחק למשפחת מבס, חתן דנן למרת אריאלה שינה בת ראובן ישראל הכהן לבית קר, בתול תדה על כל מה דכתיב, ומפרש במנה דקשר למקניה בה, והכל השריר ובריר וקיים נאום מרדכי דניאל בן הרב שמחה צבי פרידמן עד, נאום רפאת דוד בן משה לוי גרשון עד.
Please stand for the Sheva Brachot.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol bara lichvodo.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yotzar es hadam b'tzalmoi b'tzelem demus tavnisoi והזקין אלוהי ממנו בניין עד יד. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר האדם.
סוס תסיס ותגל הכרה, בקיבוץ בניה לתוכה בשמחה. ברוך אתה אדוני משמח ציון בבניה.
שמח תשמח ראם האהובים, כשמחך יצרך בגן עדן מקדם. ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חתן וכלה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה, חתן וכלה, גילה, רינה, דיצה וחדווה, אהבה ויחווה, ושלום ורעות. מהרה אדוני אלוהינו ישמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים. כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצלות חתנים מחופתם ונעורים ממשתה נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חתן עם הכלה.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאה אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישים לך שלום.
תשכח ימיני, אם אשכחך ירושלים. תשכח ימיני, אם אשכחך ירושלים. תשכח ימיני, אם לא אעלה, אם לא אעלה את ירושלים על ראש שמחתי.
בואו נקבל את החתן והכלה, שמח!
הזמן הזה שחייב וקימנו והגיע לזמן הזה אוי אוי שבת והיהודה והחוצות ובחוצות ירושלים כל צדך וכל שמחה כל חתן וכל כלה שמה בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים כל צדך וכל שמחה כל חתן וכל כלה שמה בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים כל ששון וכל שמחה כל חתן וכל כלה יצא בחברה אהבה, אהבה ואהבה ושלום, ושלום ואיות. גילה רינה יצא בחברה אהבה, אהבה ואהבה ושלום, ושלום ואיות. השומר עשה זאת שמחה, רצון ושמחה, חתן וכלה. השומר עשה זאת שמחה, רצון ושמחה, חתן וכלה. השומר עשה זאת שמחה, רצון ושמחה, חתן וכלה. אסון ושמחה חתן וכלה ירינה דיצה דיצה בחברה אהבה אהבה ואהבה ושלום ושלום ירינה דיצה דיצה בחברה אהבה אהבה ושלום ושלום נשמע אתכם כולם שרים גילה רינה זזה ניצה וחברה אהבה ואהבה גילה רינה ניצה ניצה וחברה Diane, Rabbanim, honoured guests, family and friends. Ephraim, Valerie, Sharon and I are honoured and delighted to welcome you all to Ariela and Eitan Simcha. Woo! This wedding has been a flight through time and space. Time has flown so fast since their lovely engagement, and many of you have flown through space, or at least travelled a great distance to be here. Too many to name individually, but we are so pleased to welcome family and representatives from the United Nations of Australia, Holland, India, South Africa, Canada, America, and the United Kingdom. Welcome to our common home in Israel. We also have a telegram from a combined group representing dear friends who could not be here. It says, "Dear Ariela and Eitan, so sorry not to be with you today. Next year in Jerusalem. Love your good friends Guatemala, Togo, Micronesia, Honduras." You have to watch the news to get that one. Of course, more seriously, we miss those relatives and friends unable to join us today. No doubt the modern media will be working overtime over the next few hours, beaming the wedding to phones and computers. Ariela and Eitan, I cannot really add anything of significance to Ephraim's wonderful words to you under the chuppah earlier. Instead, perhaps I can share just a few tiny thoughts. B'ezrat Hashem, your married life should be full and busy. It might seem as though there is never enough time to do everything. In reality, though, there is enough time and more. It is just a question of how you choose to use it. And although we don't have control over time per se, we do have a choice about where to put our energy. So my first thought is to keep doing what you already both do so well, directing your energy to working hard and enjoying life. You are both dedicated professionals and also enjoy sampling the fun things in life. It seems you have found a recipe for a healthy life by being industrious and diligent in your work and tempering the stresses and strains of modern life with a zest for fun and enjoyment. Yet work and play can be overdone and should not take all one's energy. And they miss one vital ingredient: to imbue every aspect of life with authentic Judaism. In this too, you are already wonderful models, not least, for example, in studying texts together over the Shabbat table. As you build your new lives together, our encouragement is for you to go even further, following the path laid out, for example, by your wonderful parents, Eitan. Bring the Jewish world into your home by making it a place of study and hospitality, and take your home out into the world outside by supporting the needs of the wider community. Ariela and Eitan, the world sometimes can seem a little dark. Sadly, there are those whose response is to pull up the drawbridge. I do not believe this is the Jewish way. We are asked to be a light unto the nations. Anyone who has seen you together this year knows that light emanates from the two of you. Take your light out to the world and warm it. And finally, however much energy you spend on work and play, learning, hospitality, study, community, remember to keep a reserve battery topped up at all times for each other. In this too, you are already excellent role models, loyal to and supportive of one another. Finally, two notes of gratitude, both of which I cannot adequately express. First to Hashem, who brought you both together and made you the occasion of this simcha. Good friends were the instrument of your meeting, but we know full well who choreographed the symphony. And second, Sharon and I are privileged to have experienced for ourselves what we and everyone in this room already knew: the unfailing generosity, spiritual warmth, and sensitive guidance of Ephraim and Valerie. Whilst the tasks have been many, thanks to them both, the work has been light. And now we'll bring back the mechitza, and in a few more minutes we'll have another round of dancing. Thank you all so much for being here and making our wonderful symphony. Thank you.
בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות להקיף בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות איי איי להקיף בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות להקיף בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות Go השוואה ששו לשמחה חתן כלכלה השוואה ששו לשמחה חתן כלכלה השוואה ששו לשמחה חתן כלכלה יש תקווה אם נשאיר כולנו יחד ושאלה חזקה מכל הפחד לא ניפול, לא נראה כי אנחנו לא לבד יש לנו השם אחד נסתכל פה ושם מסביב לעולם נסתרות ויגוד החיוך נערך הקירות השחור יגזר והכל מסתדר כי השם יעצור יש תקווה אם נשאיר כולנו יחד ושאמונה חזקה מכל הפחד לא ניפול, לא נראה כי אנחנו לא לבד יש לנו השם אחד יש תקווה אם נשאיר כולנו יחד ושאמונה חזקה מכל הפחד לא ניפול, לא נראה כי אנחנו לא לבד יש לנו השם אחד
Rabbi and Valerie Mervis, Richard and Sharon Carr, Chatan V'Kala, distinguished guests, family, friends, unwanted guests and gatecrashers. As the best man, it is my duty and privilege to say a few words about the Chatan. I stress it will only be a few words as our Chatan is very shy. I also need to make up for lost time, as when Eitan spoke at Judith and my wedding, he took 30 minutes when he was supposed to take 4. Eitan has never liked the limelight. In fact, some might say he is very, very normal. So what can I tell you about Eitan? What even am I allowed to tell you about Eitan? Eitan didn't want me to embarrass him in front of his family and friends by sharing too many personal secrets. So I respect his wishes, and therefore this speech will be much shorter and less interesting as all the exciting bits have been taken out. So what can I say about Eitan? Eitan can be looked at through at least 3 different prisms. Eitan the doctor, Eitan the Talmid Chacham, and Eitan the clown. Eitan the doctor, aka Dr. Mervis. Dr. Mervis is very serious and professional. He studied medicine at Imperial College London, known as one of the best universities for medicine. Eitan received a first in his BSc project and graduated as a doctor with some of the top grades in his year. He is known about the hospital for his excellent medical skills and high-quality flirting with the nurses. In fact, Eitan was a hit in geriatrics, with all the ladies over 80 finding him quite charming. They might have had dementia, but I'm sure that had nothing to do with it. Eitan the Talmid Chacham. Eitan is also a big Talmid Chacham. He learned in Yeshivat Har Etzion, the Gush, and personally taught me a huge amount of Hebrew and Gemara skills, for which I'm indebted to him. Eitan was patient and took time to teach me, even though he got nothing in return. And I knew hardly anything, so the Chavruta was very slow. We have now been Chavrutot for over 6 years. He is my Rebbe Muvhak, but also my Chaver. Eitan is incredibly gifted, and we learned Chagiga and Sota, and are now learning Gittin. Don't worry, Ariela, I'm sure it's got nothing to do with you. Eitan also taught me Parshat Lech Lecha. He said he chose that Parsha because he was always inspired by Avraham, the knight of faith, able to discover Hashem on his own, spread faith to others, and do the right thing even when others did not. Eitan is right to be inspired by Avraham and follows in his path, always being kind to others and loyal to his faith. Eitan, as some of you may know, in Piyutim, is also the name used for Avraham, as Eitan means strength, which represents Avraham, who was a pillar of strength. Avat Eitan, we talk about in the Yamim Noraim davening, which could be translated as we all love Eitan. It also happens to be one of Eitan's favorite tefillot. What's more, Ariela, aka Schnitzi's middle name, is Shana. Shana, Sarah, basically the same thing. Sarah, who was the rock who supported Avram, and Eitan has, and I'm sure will continue supporting Eitan throughout their lives. And nobody could think of a better match, not even Judith. Finally, Eitan the clown. Those of you who know Eitan might consider him somewhat eccentric. Eitan accepts the challenge where most people shy away. I was instructed by Eitan to tell this part of the story in the speech as his family had banned him from doing so. On his first date with Schnitzi, he took her to a very posh bar. And it kind of went something like this on their first meeting. Eitan walked in from the side. And he jumped out from behind the pillar and went, on their very first meeting. Needless to say, Ariela loved it, and it was then that Eitan knew he had found his beshert. Take another example. On our first stag trip of many to Spain, Eitan wanted to make our game of mini-golf a little bit more exciting. So a forfeit was proposed. Whoever loses has to finish a whole bottle of Johnny Walker Red Label whiskey. Eitan made a fatal error. He forgot that I really don't like losing. And not even on Danzatron could help him keep the whiskey down. It's okay though, because the dance he made with the pants on his head was extremely entertaining. Really, however, all these three personas of Eitan are just fragments of who Eitan really is. And though they may seem very different, the doctor, the Talmid Chacham, and the clown, which kind of sounds like the start of a bad joke. The doctor, the Talmid Chacham, and the clown walked into the bar. But since it's Eitan, they definitely did walk into the bar. If you look closely, you will see that they're really all part of one great person. Dr. Mervis saves lives and aspires to making the world a better place. He cares for people and does his best to help people. Eitan, the Talmid Chacham, is committed to Torah. Even in his busy schedule, he always makes sure to learn and fulfill his chiyuv. He also was, without hesitation, happy to learn with a 15-year-old when he was going through medical school and going through a difficult time, but still he was always happy to help. And although Eitan really does enjoy being a clown, really the ones who get the most out of it are us. Without fail, Eitan always manages to put a smile on our faces and make us feel comfortable. Eitan is a great friend, and I'm sure he'll be a great husband. Ariela, you're very lucky to have him. He's definitely one of a kind. So please charge your glasses. The toast is to Eitan and Schnitzi Mervis. We're looking forward to meeting all your lovely schnitzalonim. L'chaim.
Thank you, James. That was fantastic. Diane Gelly, Rabbanim, my lords, family and friends. I'd like to thank everyone so much for being part of our simcha. The chuppah was such an exciting experience for me. I didn't really know what to expect as I didn't grow up in a religious family. But the man with the beard seemed to be some sort of expert. Chief Rabbi, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today. Now, the Chief Rabbi is a man who needs no introduction. He was born in Johannesburg in 1956, the son of Rabbi Dr. Lionel and the late Freda Mervis. He attended Herzliya High School in Cape Town from 1968 to 73. After moving to Israel, Mervis studied at Yeshivat Kerem B'Yavne and Yeshivat Har Etzion. He studied at Mechon Ariel in Jerusalem from 1978 to 1980 and received his rabbinic ordination there. The rest is on his Wikipedia page. Abba, you spoke so movingly under the chuppah. You are a tremendous inspiration, but secretly you're just a silly clown, which is why you are my biggest role model. Richard, your speech was not just welcoming, but extraordinarily scintillating. It evoked tremendous pathos and ennobled our wedding with gravitas and verve. Thank you so much for traveling all the way from Elstree for this purpose. I still don't really understand what you do for a living. And I think you're a spy. So I'd just like to thank you for your ongoing altruistic subterfuge. Emma and Sharona. The jury really is out for which one of you will be appearing on the front cover of Vogue next month. You both look stunning and extremely attractive. Emma, thank you so much for giving birth to me. Your baby has grown into the dashing young Muppet you see before you today. You really do amazing work. Now, I have a special surprise for you. From all the babies you have ever adopted. Come on out, babies! They're not really here. But in their absence, I'd like to thank you for all the fantastic work you do for the community. Sharona. Sharona, Sharona, Sharona. Whatever can we do with Sharona? You're an extremely righteous lady. And really very cute. We're so happy to have with us my Saba Lionel and Razel, who have come from South Africa, and Savta Edna. We are, of course, remembering my very special Savta Freda, who I never met, and Saba Stan, who was so extremely proud to call me his colleague in medicine. We're also delighted to welcome Sharona's parents, Elaine and Martin, who are the sweetest couple I've ever met. And they have made me feel truly welcome in their criminal gang. And we are thinking fondly of Richard's parents, Grandpa Nev and Grandma Abigail, who couldn't make it today, as there are no buses in Leeds on the bank holiday. There is an ancient Celtic legend of a majestic dragon king who ruled over the land together with his noble queen. They had a litter of 5 dragon babies who grew up together in the forest, playing and entertaining each other. As they grew older, each dragon pup developed a unique persona. The eldest was a she-dragon, radiant like the sun and full of mirth. She was a guiding light to her little brothers, and through her actions, she inspired them to be good, clever, and brave. The next dragon pup loved to sing, but was also pensive and ruminant, and sought to explore the depths of the dragon psyche. The middle child was ambitious, yet debauched. The king and queen of the dragons knew not what to do with him, so he was exiled to the other end of the earth, where he thrived and became a dragon king himself. The 4th dragon child was exceptionally gifted in the hunting and preparing of meat, and his family delighted in devouring his succulent creations. The 5th and youngest dragon was an overexcited, hyperactive pup who was silly and playful. He loved to make jokes and to make his friends laugh. He was full of curiosity about the world and loved to learn about ailments and healing and the nature of the dragon spirit. The dragon pups grew up, and some even had dragon pups of their own, as is the way of the world. One day, the dragons were flying across a treacherous mountain landscape when a terrible tempest was manifest. Raging winds encompassed the dragons, and rain lashed them as they urgently swooped lower to find shelter from the turbulence. The clouds unified and darkened, and in the confusion and chaos, the eldest child, the she-dragon, became separated from her family. Lightning crashed through the sky, and the dragon family watched in horror, helpless, as the she-dragon, now ablaze, spiraled downwards towards a volcano, sinking into the molten maelstrom therein. The baby dragon felt shaken and sad after losing his pure and precious sister. He felt empty inside, and his joy and enthusiasm were reduced to a mere flicker. He used to love soaring through the sky, wings outstretched, but now he plodded along the forest floor lethargically, sleeping in the dust, wishing he could be free from the shackles of his grief. Despite his dejection, the baby dragon continued his endeavors to help dragons in distress and became a healer. The task was fraught with challenges and suffering, and the despondent dragon found himself incarcerated in an infirmary with no sunlight. It was awash with murderous matrons and a mixed multitude of diseased dragons, afflicted with terrible traumas or trivial toothache. One day the dragon was trotting home from the hellish infirmary when he saw something bright and shiny coming towards him. He gasped at the ethereal apparition of the most beautiful unicorn he had ever encountered wandering the forest. She had astonishing green-blue eyes that speckled pure delight and the cutest and happiest smile. Her hair was sleek as lokshan, bouncy as a castle, and soft as marshmallows. "Hello," she said. "I'm Schnitzy." The dragon surged with excitement and ran round and round the unicorn, his tongue sticking out to one side. The unicorn giggled and laughed, and they chatted and played for hours. They entertained one another with stories and foolish antics, and they shared strange potions that made them feel giddy and light-headed. At the end of the night, in an epiphany, the dragon turned to his new companion and said, "I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you." She giggled and chortled and galloped deep into the forest, bemused with intoxication. Legend has it that the next day the unicorn awoke in a daze, smiling serenely, but she did not remember the dragon's parting words. The dragon and unicorn continued to frolic, and their spirits grew closer, like two jelly monsters merging into one. The unicorn was so shiny and wonderful, and the dragon was mesmerized by her personality. She made him feel happy and hyper again, and he was no longer lonely. He missed his sister, but knew that she too was smiling. One day, the dragon put on his finest cloak of armor and went to surprise the unicorn while she worked. They flew away together to an enchanted garden and enjoyed a lavish feast with mesmerizing music. At the climax of their feast, the dragon turned to his beloved unicorn and exclaimed, "Ariela, Shayna, Schnitzika." Thank you for teaching me to fly again. You mean the world to me, and I will always look after you. Will you marry me? The dragon and the unicorn got married in a big celebration with their family and friends. They felt so honored by all the dragons who traveled far to celebrate with them. The dragon and unicorn embraced, and the dragon trembled with disbelief at the treasure beyond words he had been bestowed. He was the luckiest dragon in the world. To my wonderful Ariela Shayna Schnitzi Mervis, I am extremely in love with you. I'm very, very fortunate to have a wife as shiny and beautiful as yourself. Everything about you is overwhelmingly perfect. The truth is, I have a bit of a crush on you. I've been playing hard to get until now. Baruch Hashem, this has worked out very well for me. I must thank Hashem every day for the gift of my schnitzi and never take you for granted. The Gemara in Brachot Daf Vav Amud Bet says, Kol ha'mesamech chatan v'chala ki'ilu bana achat mechorvot Yerushalayim. Anyone who brings joy to a groom and bride, it is as if they have rebuilt one of the ruins of Jerusalem. The Gemara does not say building, it says rebuilding. This is because when we return to Yerushalayim, we do not invent and create anew. Rather, we reinvent and recreate, rebuilding on the strong foundations of the past. And similarly, today, Ariela and I are rebuilding on the strong foundations of our ancestors, and everyone celebrating with us is helping to rebuild from the tragedies and traumas of our past. And finally, when the Gemara intimates that a wedding is a microcosm of the rebuilding of our temple, the corollary is that rebuilding the Beit Mikdash is a macrocosm of the elation of the bride and groom at their wedding, which means it's going to be truly sensational. Thank you, everyone, for rebuilding with us tonight. And thank you, Ariela, for rebuilding your husband. I love you.
Living in my own world, didn't understand that anything can happen when you take a chance.
I never believed in what I couldn't see. I never opened my heart to all the possibilities. Ooh, I know that something has changed. Never felt this way, and right here tonight, this could be the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh, and now I'm looking in your eyes. I feel in my heart, the start of something new. Love's an open door. Love is an open door. Love is an open door with you, with you, with you, with you. Love is an open
It's a beautiful night.
boom boom clap, boom de clap, that's right. Boom de clap, boom boom clap, boom de clap, clap. 1, 2, 3, everybody come on off your seats. I'm gonna tell you about a beat that's gonna make you move your feet. I'll give the barbecue show and tell you how to move. If you're 5 or 82, this is something you can do. Pop it, lock it, polka dot it, countrified and hip hop it. Put your honk in the sky, move side to side. Jump to the left, stick it, glide. Zigzag, cross the floor, shuffle in diagonal. When the drum hits, hands on your hips. 1 foot in, 180 twist, and then up. Zigzag, step, slide, lean in, left, clap 3 times. Shake it out, head to toe. Throw it all together, that's how we roll. Do the hoedown, do the hoedown, do the hoedown. Throw it all together, that's how we roll. We get to 4, 5, 6, and you're feeling busted, but it's not time to quit. Practice makes you perfect. Pop it, lock it, polka dot it, countrified and hip hop it. Put your honk in the sky, move side to side. Jump to the left, stick it, glide. Zigzag, cross the floor, shuffle in diagonal. When the drum hits, hands on your hips. 1 foot in, 180 twist, and then up. Zigzag, step, slide, lean in, left, clap 3 times. Shake it out, head to toe. Throw it all together, that's how we roll. Do the hoedown, do the hoedown, do the hoedown. Throw it all together, that's how we roll. A boom de clap, boom boom clap. Come on, here we go. Boom boom clap, a boom de clap, boom boom clap, boom de clap. Pop it, lock it, polka dot it, countrified and hip hop it. Put your honk in the sky, move side to side. Jump to the left, stick it, glide. Zigzag, cross the floor, shuffle in diagonal. When the drum hits, hands on your hips. 1 foot in, 180 twist, and then up. Zigzag, step, slide, lean in, left, clap 3 times. Shake it out, head to toe. Throw it all together, that's how we roll. Do the hoedown, do the hoedown, do the hoedown. Throw it all together, that's how we roll. Do the hoedown, do the hoedown, do the hoedown. Throw it all together, that's how we roll. Boom, dap, clap, the boom, to clap, clap, clap. Boom, dap, clap, the boom, to clap, clap. Boom, dap, clap, boom, to clap, to clap. Throw it all together, that's how we roll.
שמעתי שעושים פה מסיבה בלעדיי כולם יותר טוב ממני, נשים את הצרות מאחוריי. אני לא הולך עד שכולכם פסלו לי. שמעתי שהתחתן, אף אחד לא רוצה את זה יותר. עכשיו מסתובב כולם ביד, לא נעצור עד שכולכם פסלו לי. לי, תרימו לי לי, תרימו להם עולה, הקצב כאן עולה. מהפכה של שמחה, כי כולנו משפחה, ולמכור בטירוף, כי הגיע הזמן לעוף. ועכשיו רק שמחה, משקיעה מעצמך, השתגענו בודים, איש אותי כרוקדים. ולידיי עוד לא עליתי כבר, עוד לא מצאתי מים באמצע המדבר, עוד לא ציירתי פרח, עוד לא גיליתי איך תוביל אותי הדרך, לאן אני הולך. עוד לא אהבתי די, הרוח והשמש על פניי. עוד לא אהבתי די, ואם לא עכשיו ואם עוד לא שתתי דשא, עוד לא הקמתי, עוד לא נתתי כמכות, לא תדיר, עוד לא הכל עשיתי, אבל במו ידיי, עוד לא הכל עשיתי, עוד לא אהבתי די. עוד לא אהבתי די, הרוח והשמש על פניי. עוד לא אהבתי די, ואם לא עכשיו ואם כזה, לא, לא, אתה כאן בפתח שומעת את זה הרבה. ובמצב אני יוצא מפה לבד, כי אם אתה רק נקבע אז גם אתה שבא. אני מרגיש שיותר להבין טובות ברחוב, ואני שולח לך נשים כאילו לא לחרמה, בגוללות בגולת ההצגה. כאילו לא בכוונה בכל היפה מסבירת איתויה. טוב את כולם קראו לחזן של השכונה, על היום היום שואלים לכל המדינה, תגידו מי הכי יפה בכל העיר כולה.
Out. Let's have a toast, a celebration, get a glass out. We can do this till they bring dessert out. We are here to take the mick, Ariela Eitan shtick. Here we are at Airport City. She's so pretty, he's so witty. Don't worry, there's nothing rude in it. It's all been approved by the chief rab in it. Yeah, yeah. We bring the stars out. We bring the party and the nervous and the cars out. Let's have a toast, celebration, get a glass out. And we can do this until they bring dessert out. He's a bit of a joker, been known to play strip poker. He's got a penchant for wine, and at Pizzazza they like to dine. How could he resist that optometrist? She's got more sparkle than Meghan Markle. Yeah, yeah. The cars out. And the cars out. A toast, a celebration, bring a glass out. We can do this until they bring dessert out. He's from Finchley, she's from Elstree. Together they make great chemistry. Moving to Hendon to set up their home, where they watch SpongeBob SquarePants on their phone. Come all the way to join you on this special day.
Your friends, that's why you go and BA.
Now the new Mr. and Mrs. Mervis had a beautiful wedding service. Wishing Mazel and Bracha to the Ganze Mishpacha. So clear the floor for us to take us back to the chorus. Yeah, yeah. We bring the stars out. We bring the party and the Mervis and the cars out. Let's have a toast. Get a glass out, and we can do this until they get dessert out, yeah!
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'akol bara lichvodo.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzei ha'adam.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר יצר את האדם בצלמו, בצלם דמות תבניתו, והתקין לו ממנו בניין עד עד. ברוך אתה אדוני, יוצר האדם.
סוס תסיס ותגל הכרה, בקיבוץ בניה, מזכר לזכר, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה.
שמח תשמח רעים האהובים, כי שמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך עולם. אשר ברא ששון ושמחה, חסן וכלה, גילה רינה דיצה וחדווה, אהבה ואחווה, ושלום וריוס. מהר אדוני אלוהינו, ישמע בירא יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים
כל הששון וכל שמחה, כל חסון וכל כלה, כל מצלוש חסון מחופשם, ונירים ממשתנגין עשם, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חסון עם הכלה.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
בואי, תני לי יד ונלך, אל תשאלי אותי לאן, תשאלי אותי על אושר, אולי גם הוא יבוא, כשהוא יבוא, ירד עלינו כמו גשם. בואי, נתחבק ונלך, אל תשאלי אותי מתי, אל תשאלי אותי על בית, אל תבקשי ממני זמן, נחכה לו, עוצר לא נשאר.
ስታመጣልኝ በየጊዜው ስታጫውተኝ ሳጫውትህ ስታዋየኝ ሳዋይህ
הריית מקודשת לי בטבעת כדת משה וישראל.
ቀኑ ሲመሽ መቼ ነው አዲስ ቀን የሚጀምረው በመባባል ስንለያይ ከፍቶኝ ስንገናኝ በጣም ደስታ የሚሰማኝ አሁን ያ ሁሉ አለፈና ከዚህ ደረስ ከዚህ ደረስ ከዚህ ደረስ
בואי, תני לי יד ונלך, אל תשאלי אותי לאן, תשאלי אותי על אושר, אולי גם הוא יבוא, כשהוא יבוא, ירד עלינו כמו גשם. בואי, נתחבק ונלך, אל תשאלי אותי מתי, תשאלי אותי על בית, אל תבקשי ממני זמן, נחכה לו, עוצר לא נשאר.
ቃላይ ራስ ማኛገር ፈረስ ቢጥልህ ራስ ማኛገር ወንድም ያትናደድ ራስ ማኛገር ማንም አላየህ ራስ